councilmen and women for joining me today. Sheriff Garcia, I know that you had a death of a colleague whose funeral you have attended this morning, and I really appreciate you coming to be a part of this. And please know that our thoughts and prayers are with you and the family of the loved one who was lost. I'm very proud to be standing here today with members from Harris County and the city of Houston to talk about what partnerships at all levels of government can look like and what we can achieve in doing that. I'm very proud to have been a part of bringing rape victims some closure to their cases, bringing perpetrators to justice in my work in the state Senate. And we've really taken a three-pronged approach to that. Number one, a couple of years ago, requiring that the backlog of rape kits be accounted for, giving us the information so that we understood how many rape kits were sitting on evidence room shelves across the state of Texas, so it could then set us up for the second prong. The first prong revealed that there were 20,000 rape kits approximately on evidence room shelves across the state. The city of Houston immediately stepped up under Mayor Parker's leadership to do something about that. I think in the city of Houston, they realized that they had about 6,000 untested kits, and that's what that federal and city partnership funding the testing of those will go to resolve. But we also found that those were in existence in cities, of course, all over the state of Texas for the reasons that Mayor Parker outlined. I was very proud this session to work with a colleague across the aisle, Senator Jewell, to bring funding forward at the state level to try to help clear that backlog. We were successful in putting $11 million forward in this budget, which will substantially go toward clearing that. There are cities all over the state who will turn their evidence kits into the state DPS offices for purposes of testing them. The $11 million went for the staffing and the testing of those kits. I'm also very, very pleased to have worked in a bipartisan way to achieve a couple of other things for women and men who find themselves victims of sexual assault. One, as you heard referenced by others this morning, is a bill that required that hospitals across the state have trained personnel to be able to collect these rape kit evidences, or the evidence of a rape. Surprisingly, in cities as large as Dallas, just to name one example, only 2 hospitals were qualified to provide that. And I had the benefit of reading in the Dallas Morning News about 2 years ago about a young woman, Nicole Anderson, who had traveled to 3 different hospitals over 5 hours to finally have evidence of her sexual assault collected. And by the time the 5 hours had gone by, some important evidence that could have and should have been collected was not. It was very, very important for victims that regardless of the hospital they go to, they have an opportunity to be dealt with in a way that is respectful of the experience that they've just endured. And I'm very pleased to have received the support of members in the House and the Senate to achieve that. I'm particularly pleased to have worked with one of Houston's state representatives, Representative Sophronia Thompson, in accomplishing passage of that bill. Also, we make sure that victims, who of course are their best advocates, become an important part of being empowered in the criminal justice system as their rape kits go through the evidentiary process. Surprisingly, women in Texas are finding that though they had a rape kit collected, though they endured what Councilwoman Cohen discussed, their kit was never tested, though they believed that it had been. And empowering women and men who've been victimized by sexual assault to be a part of understanding what's happened to the chain of evidence as it goes through the chain of custody is very, very important. And I, again, am very pleased, also with the help of State Representative Sophronia Thompson, to have passed into law this year a requirement that men and women who are victims of sexual assault be kept in the loop about what's going on with that evidence, so long, of course, as it doesn't compromise any ongoing investigation. That, of course, will help make people who are victims become people who are empowered to bring justice to what happened. happened to them. Obviously, by joining together on the city, county, and state and federal levels, the city of Houston is making remarkable progress in bringing victims of sexual assault closure, bringing perpetrators to justice, making our streets safer for families in Houston, Texas, and Harris County, Texas. And I'm pleased that it is a stellar example of what a city can do when given the kind of partnership and resources that have been provided here. Mayor Parker has been an incredible leader on that. The council that stands with me today, of course, has as well. We all know that in cities it takes everyone to be a part of making things like that happen. And I'm very, very pleased to have played a role in that and look forward to continuing to work with Houston and Harris County as it works to clear its backlog. Thank you very much.